and welcome to my channel. Today I have a New Year's look for you. I just love doing New Year's looks because it's glitter and, well, at least to me it's just the perfect occasion to use glitter and to do just a full glam look. And yeah, I just really wanted to do something special. Also, no, I did not color my hair. This is a wig. My own hair is stuffed underneath it. And still in its, well, it's not its natural orange shade. That's hair dye. But still. But yeah, I just wanted something special, and my eBay wig, I bought it off eBay. It's one of those like $10 wigs from China. It arrived yesterday and I wanted to wear it because it's pretty and it's purple and I just wanted to look different today. Also, I wanted to do silver, which is a cooler tone. And I just feel like when I do like a completely different complexion, it just suits me better to use like silver and stuff. One hair keeps getting in my eyeball. Anyway, so yeah, I just went for something glittery, something fun, something festive, something totally not casual. I did actually go grocery shopping halfway through this video before doing my foundation because I still needed to do some groceries. And no one looked at me weirdly, so I suppose this could still be considered wearable, apparently. But yeah, anyway, without losing much more time, let's get started. I'm just starting out with priming my eyes, first with a little bit of powder, and then I'm gonna add an eye primer to it. I've also already added primer to my face. For one simple reason, I have oily skin, and it's not a good idea for me, personally, to use a moisturizer and then use a primer, because my skin just gets oversaturated that way. So what I do instead is just apply the primer as a skincare thing. However, I don't want to wait with that and leave my skin moisturizerless until I'm finally done with my eyeballs. Now I'm going to do this, but obviously on the other eye. The idea is just to make sort of a blackish grey base. I'm using a black pencil for this and I'm starting out making a wing. Trying to get it even with the other eye, that's always the biggest challenge. Okay. There's no need for this to be absolutely perfect because, well, that's the beauty of doing your eyes first and then your face base. You can use your face base to unruin any mistakes you might have made with the eyes. And I'm also doing this before doing any sort of powder on the eyelids as well. Just because this way I can just blend it together with the primer. And it'll just go more smoothly. Then I'm just using a fluffier brush, well, the same brush but the fluffier side, to blend it even further. This doesn't need to be completely intense or anything. As long as it's just a nice base. I'm using a pencil for this. You could also use a gel eyeliner. You could even try it with a liquid eyeliner, although you'll need to be very, very quickly with blending it out. But yeah, just for easiness, I'd recommend a pencil. Now I'm using a black shade with silver speckles in it, silver glitters in it. And using the same brush, and yeah, basically I'm doing the same thing, applying it and then blending it out. Just grabbing a different brush to blend a little bit more easily. By the way, as you can see, I'm just blending out the top part. I'm not worrying about the eyelid yet. And I'm also not worrying about this part. I'm just keeping this nice and neat just because I want it to be nice and neat. In the inner corner, I'm using a dark taupe shade just to make the crease deepen a bit. And just applying an eyebrow bone, the brow bone highlight. I'm keeping it matte because I'm already going to apply quite a bit of shimmer on the and glitter and, you know, lots of shiny stuff on the eyelids. I don't want to go overboard with it, so yeah, I'm keeping the brow highlight matte. And then with a clean fluffy blender, I'm just blending it out. Just applied a little bit of a nude shade on the brush to get the blending a little bit easier. Then on the eyelid I'm applying a silver shade. I do still want to add glitter as well, but having this here will just make sure that everything is actually completely opaque in the end. By the way, what's your New Year tradition? Like, you know, something that you always do on like New Year's Eve. You know, like, I don't know, eating stuff, drinking champagne, whatever. We always, well, my mom and me don't like champagne, so we usually drink white wine instead. But yeah, the three of us is usually, like my mom, my dad and me, is usually, you know, do stuff like playing games, of which I don't all know if they even exist in England, like the thing with like this flat piece of wood and you're shoving other pieces of wood over it to hit it in tiny holes, and I make that sound so wrong. Anyway, we just play games that just last quite long, and eating food that just takes quite long, like the sort of thing you prepare at the table. Because for some reason, you know, when you're trying to go to bed on time, it's always so difficult to not be up until midnight. Yet when it's New Year's Eve, for some reason, it's always like, oh my god, what are we gonna do to actually keep ourselves occupied until midnight? For some reason, when you're trying to keep yourself occupied, it's way more difficult than when you're trying not to keep yourself occupied. At least that's how it works for me. So yeah, we just all in all do a lot of things that take time, so we actually end up being up until midnight. Just going to do a bit of a cut crease. Oh, how surprising. I think I've acquired the curse of the cut crease. Half cut crease, really. Lately, everything I do seems to end in a cut crease. Everything I do makeup wise, at least. So I'm just adding a dark line at the edge of the silver. Just blending it out with a dark grey shade and a very pointy, fluffy brush. Just using a glitter primer now, and also in other news, I'm already wearing a shirt with glitter and my jeans also have glitter. So it doesn't matter if I get glitter all over me, which is a very nice thought. By the way, another thing I noticed, at least in the Netherlands, for some reason, they always seem to broadcast some sort of ABBA concert from the past. Which I don't mind, because I like ABBA. But yeah, there's also a bit of a tradition here. We always have the TV on the entire night of New Year's Eve. Then just doing the step of the black pencil on my waterline. I'm not dragging it into the inner corner this time, because I want to keep it silver. I'm going to do eyeliner next. You could actually better do that before glitter, but I don't know. This glitter is pretty smooth, so I'm just going to try and mainly also make the thickest part at the outer edge where there's no glitter. I'm extending it quite far, just so you can actually tell there's a wing there despite it already being dark. Just gonna go around the wing with a liner brush and the silver eyeshadow. Just to make it stand out just a tad bit more. Okay, eyes are nearly done. I'm just applying mascara and then it's time for falsies. I'm going to use eyelashes that are quite fanned out. I don't really think you need to use falsies for this look to make it work. But I like falsies, so I'm going to add them anyway. Okay, eyes are done. I'm just going to go do my entire face base, concealer and foundation, stuff like that. Then I'll come back to you to show the face colors, I guess. And also the lips. Okay, I really should have picked a different color of contour for this wig. But we're just gonna roll with it now. I'm going to apply it first with this brush, quite a sharp one. Just so it's there, and then I'm going to blend it out with a different brush and a slightly paler contour shade, more of a bronzing shade. Just so it's nice and blended, but I do have that nice line underneath. With silver you can pretty much go any direction you want with the blush. I'm using a sort of vintage pink shade on the apples of my cheeks. Mostly because it's in the same palette and I'm lazy. Then some setting spray. While it's still damp, I'm going to apply a highlighter. I am using a silvery one just because it obviously fits nicely with the eye look. You could go for something more neutral and really keep all the focus on the eyes. But I'm just a little bit extra sometimes, so I'm just going to do this. Then for my lips I'm going to outline those in black and then fill them in with purple. Have the final results. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please click the like button, it would really help me out. And if you want to, you can also subscribe to my channel. The upcoming year I plan on doing a lot more makeup. What a surprise. Below this video, as always, you can find a full list of all the products I put on my face today. You don't need to use the same things, obviously. Just use whatever you have, whatever you love. But in case you want to know specific names and color codes, stuff like that, you can find it down there. Also, I have a full list of all my social media accounts and names down there. I'm mostly active on Instagram with a lot of makeup, unsurprisingly. I'd really love it if you want to follow me there. And yeah, that was it for today. I hope you'll have a wonderful New Year's Eve. I hope you'll have a wonderful next year. I actually also hope I will have a nice next year. I hope everyone will have a nice next year. Also, if you live in a country like the Netherlands where you're allowed to, you know, light fireworks yourself, be careful, be safe, make sure to start the new year with, you know, your entire body intact. And yeah, that was it for today. So in short, Happy New Year. I hope you will have a very good New Year. Thank you very much for watching this video and I hope to see you next time. Bye!